This is television for the Isles of Scilly, brought to you with Truro and Penwith College and the Scilly Lottery. From Radio Scilly, this is scillytv.com. There are some people that say town is very quiet and the visitors just don't appear to be here this year. On Tuesday afternoon there were plenty of people milling around Hewtown, but things were relatively quiet at the Tourist Information Centre after what was termed a manic morning. Now, economic development staff have better data recording, giving a clear picture on how our tourism sector is changing. Julian Pearce says the data shows that August bookings are looking positive.
Well, when we look at the stats, what we haven't got is historical stats at the moment. But actually looking at the stats, it's not looking too bad for August. I think this year, probably for the first time ever, we are actually starting to suffer from what I call the late booking scenario. It's been happening in the UK domestic market for a while, whereby people are booking their holidays later and later. And I think this is a feature that we're now starting to see on the islands. Traditionally, people always booked up 9 months to 12 months in advance. And I think now we're starting to get people waiting to that 1 to 3 months beforehand. So there's a bit of a lull, I think, in our bookings. But availability, self-catering, we're down to less than 10% available. This is based on the statistics we hold in the TIC, so obviously not everyone's with us, so I can't really say island-wide, but within the properties that stick with the TIC, we're looking at about 10% availability. Bed and breakfast and half board, they're looking around about 75 to 80% full. So again, I think those are fairly good statistics really for August at the moment. Is it quiet here at the moment? I must admit, I don't think we've been particularly lucky with weather at the moment. We haven't had a long spell of settled good weather, and that makes a big difference. That's what gets people in the street. They walk up and down, they're planning what to do tomorrow, they're looking forward to the next day's activities, and that's when we see them buzzing around. That's when the islands really have that lovely buzz about them, and we haven't really had a concerted spell of good weather yet, so I don't think we're starting to feel that. Certainly talking to some of the businesses, some are up, some are about the same, so I think we're looking to similar levels to last year, but a good spell of weather is really what we're looking for.
And when you say that the pattern is kind of following the UK model with people coming last minute, what have you got in data that shows that then?
Well, what we're doing this year, we're actually starting to record where we stand with our availability statistics every month, so we can actually see the trend. So we're actually starting to be able to see how with a month to go, all of a sudden, all areas are seeing a marked decrease in availability, so a marked increase in bookings taking place. Now, that was a trend previously I wouldn't have expected to see, because like I say, I expected most people were being booked 9 to 12 months in advance. This year it really does show, and we've actually got that evidence to show that late bookings are starting to become more frequent.
Your stats don't include hotels. I mean, have you got any anecdotal evidence on how things are going with the August bookings for hotels?
No, unfortunately our stats don't include the hotels, and this is something we'd really like the hotels to start feed to us. We can keep that information confidential, but really so that we can start to really assess what's happening with our visitor here. It would be nice to get that. Anecdotally, some I've heard are doing very well and looking good. Some have said towards the end of August bookings are looking a bit weak at the moment. Others are saying, again, it would be nice to have a good spell of weather just to have that little fill up that we need at this time of year.
But all in all, it's not as gloomy as people might think for August.
Oh no, I don't think so at all, no, and I think we're all looking forward to a nice active August as we normally have.